You know, I noticed, like, you remember you're driving. This is okay. I'm about to do a 1994 premise. I'm gonna move past it.
I love 1994
I'll
premises.
do 1994 premises. You ever notice you go to the worst places on the, you know, you drive on the road, the worst places have billboards for God.
Of course.
It's like,
Of course. Well, what else would you have? God is the last rung.
yeah.
I mean, it's the last thing you grasp onto before you have nothing.
Yeah, well, you know, that's
You know
true,
what my plan is?
but it's kind of like God. I don't know if he can afford advertising in big cities, or I don't know what it is. Like, why is it exclusively there?
He can't compete. It's not his market.
Yeah,
Where there's like fucking hookers and like casinos and bars
true.
and anything else.
And and beyond that, it's like I could also, there's like a, you know, you've got to compete for space with Netflix. It's a lot, God.
Yeah.
And you know, Paramount.
Paramount Plus is more popular than God.
Yeah, easily. God is around CNN Plus level, no question about it.
Dude, my plan is if the shit hits the fan, is to just join the Krishnas.
These are the
The
guys,
Hare Krishnas.
the guys that, what do? They chant all day.
Yeah. I think they chant a little bit. I think they sometimes wear orange robes. They give out free food to the homeless, but they're definitely a land grabbing kind of cult. Because
interesting.
if you got nothing left, you just pledge to them, and then you got a place to live on their commune.
That's not a bad exit plan. It's actually the worst one I've ever heard.
Yeah. Dude, free food, free place to live. I get to wear fucking robes all the time. My nuts. I have big nuts.
Yeah.
We established that last week.
That's true. The robe life is a pretty tempting life. There's no question about that. I think I've already shared my exit plan here. Is for me, it's going straight to China.
Right.
I'm going there.
China.
I'm working.
Wait,
learning.
do that again, Tyler. I want to hear that.
China.
It is always funny.
Yeah.
Trump saying China is always funny. No matter what is going on.
I can't hear someone say China
Without
without
him
thinking
saying-
that.
Yeah, he won. That Steve Bannon ultimately won.
He says it like the wrestler spells it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he also says it like he's a wrestler. Like he
That's
says
true.
it like he's
Yeah.
saying it at Madison Square Garden, WrestleMania 62, whatever number we're at right now.
Right.
We're probably in the triple digits with WrestleMania, or no?
I have no idea.
I
But
guess that would imply that wrestling's been around for hundreds of years.
yeah, longer than the Super Bowl? No way.
I think they're up 42.
42 is still a pretty long time.
Yeah.
It's around that's about as old as the state of Israel.
Is that your BIAI?
Yeah, this whole episode has officially been demonetized.
Well, I meant before Israel, after Israel.
Yeah.
BIAI.
1940, I think 1947. So okay, it's 20 years old or whatever.
Yeah, 47. It's about Israel's a boomer.
It's a boomer. Yeah. Ooh,
No
maybe that's how
wonder.
we. Maybe that's how
it's a boomer state.
we get Palestine free. You're saying is we
Yeah.
convince the Gen Z Jews that it's a boomer state.
Yeah, Israel's such a boomer state, dude.
It is kind of true. I will say this. There is some truth to that a little bit, because I've been noticing on the road lately, if I say Palestine, I randomly will just get like an applause, which is a weird thing. You just get, it makes me feel sick to my stomach, and it's made me say it less.
They have to get it out so that they don't build up to a point where they have to help you.
Yeah,
You know what
I think so.
Just every time I hear Palestine, I get all my empathy out,
Way
and then
easier
whew,
than
then I can stop thinking about it, and I don't have to do something real.
I mean, I don't need help. And I guess I'm just trying to, it's tough because it's like telling somebody you're from Roe v. Wade. That's where you were born. Like you're just bringing it up gives people 100 different like reactions that they want to do, as opposed to, that's why I wish I was just from fucking Indiana, where people would just be like, oh, that's cool. Like, no, I'm not going to think about this again.
Corn.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. I know nothing about your
No,
place.
don't give a fuck.
Basketball, I believe, is popular there.
But it gets, when people get into the fencing position, as soon as you say where you're from, just as a, hey, this is just a objective answer. I'm not putting a fucking kafir on my face. I'm not talking to you about how Yasser Arafat was killed unjustly.
Right.
I'm just saying where my parents are from.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, man, it really fucking sucks.
I can relate being from New England.
You think people do give you that kind of reaction?
No. Most people, when I moved to the South, people thought they had never heard of Maine. Like a lot of people in my school.
Mhm.
They'd be like, "Where'd you move here from?" I'm from Maine, and they'd be like, "Where's that?"
I legit wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where Maine was in like high school.
But
I wouldn't know.
I don't know if they knew it was a state. I think they were like, "What are you? Is that
Yeah.
The
You're from
country.
the main part of what? They're going-
The mainland of China. Are you from the mainland?
This guy is really being very general about where he's
Are
from.
you a felon? Are you on the run?
So funny. Main Street, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. From Wall Street to Main Street. Remember that?
Wall Street to Main Street. Yeah,
That was an Obama era thing.
I worked in. I think I maybe said this on the podcast, or could have been a Patreon episode. So I'll rehash it. But I was a local politics guy, state politics guy. We were Main Street. Or there was K Street to Main Street.
Oh, what's
K Street is where all the lobbyists hang out.
In Sacramento?
It's where all the lobbying organizations
Sure.
are at. Well, I went to K Street. Whenever I go to Sacramento, I always go to K Street. I just walk up and down.
Just to touch feet,
I don't know. Some people
ground yourself.
Yeah, some people like to walk around Beverly Hills. I like to look at the different lobbying organizations.
Now, do lobbyists have like is it like an embassy? Do they have a building with their name on it? Like, does the tobacco lobby have?
Yeah, I mean, they're just all companies, right? People always think that lobbyists are like something special, but it's just like the offices of the Environmental Health Organization Disaster Fund.
Sure.
It's a lot of that kind of stuff.
Right.
It's, the offices of like GLAAD. GLAAD is a lobbying agency. Is that
definitely is?
Oh, I forgot what one was GLAAD. I was like, is that gays and lesbians against drunk driving? I like the idea that GLAAD was. That's not bad.
I think mad.
MAD is. I confuse GLAAD and MAD together.
Right.
Planned Parenthood is a lobbying organization.
For sure it is.
They're not all horrible thing. I mean, they're all horrible, but
Right. Well, that's them's the rules. It makes you horrible.
Yeah. But it's a fun time. I walk around. I dress up like Ben Franklin.
Just kind of type A personality watch. I imagine you just get on a bench and watch K Street. You see like 4,000 type A's walking by really fast, multitasking.
It's the only time you'll ever see me try to strike up a conversation with a stranger is on K Street because I'm really just. First of all, I'm happy. I'm happy to be there.
I'm born to Shake Street.
What's Shake Street?
Shakedown Street.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Grateful Dead. That's what they call the outside of a Grateful Dead show where you go buy all your like the nitrous balloons or like all your drugs and everything. It's called Shakedown Street.
I thought Shake like a religious cleric from the Middle East.
No, Shakedown Street.
Shake Street.
I shortened it to Shake. Yeah,
Shake Street would be a funny.
would
be a funny one too.
Is that road paved?
Shake Street. No.
Yeah, no, it's not paved.
Well, it's paved. It was paved, and then the occupying force blew it up.
Sure.
That's how all the streets are in Palestine, dude. That's the thing. People don't even understand how good life is here. You just drive around, and every 3 feet, everybody's like, it's like a game of Mario Kart out there. You're ditching a thing, and it's just all because tanks just roll through the streets and just.
How many people can drive around there? Is there a lot? Is there embargoes on cars in there?
No, there probably is because a lot of cars are there that are Fiat and not the super lame Fiats that are kind of the old Fiats.
Wasn't there like a offensive definition of Fiat?
Is fix it again, Tony, or something? Was that what it was?
Was it?
Yeah. Simpler times.
That's pretty good.
It's good.
That's not offensive at all.
No, that's not offensive. It's more.
I was thinking about that F. I thought I was remembering something with that F.
Listen, I'm sure that one is out there too. I'm sure I've said it before, before I knew any better.
Yeah,
I haven't used that word since I was legally a child.
BI before Israel.
It's true.
1941 was the last time I said of that kind of word.
Tyler, are you okay? By the way, before we get the show started today, I want to let everybody know, Tyler, you may be noticing the producing is done a little half speed today. Tyler's suffering from a serious injury right now, serious health, and he came in sick, basically.
Let me hop in real quick. So Tyler has the gout, and he'll tell you about that. But I provided him with a cane to go upstairs, and he goes, "What do I do with this?" And I said, "It's a cane." He goes, "I don't know how to use one."
You don't know how to use a cane?
I just didn't see how it would help. I don't know.
He didn't know how to use a cane, but he figured it out. He's a quick learner. He did figure it out.
Yeah, I'm like an ape.
Yeah.
Handed tools.
Yeah, for real. It really was. And then he was like, "Oh, this does help."
Yeah, I love that idea. We put Tyler and a crow side by side. We see who can learn to use tools the best.
Yeah, exactly.
The crow is already using the cane.
Yeah. No, the crow has already manipulated him into doing the work for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a ratatouille, but a crow on his head.
Yeah, so his foot looks like a fucking walrus.
You've the gout has kicked in. Is
Yeah,
that
I got a
what's occurred?
severe. This is like the worst gout attack I've ever had, and it's on my left big toe.
I'm surprised his skin hasn't split open because there can't be much room for that foot to swell anyway because
Yeah.
it's so thick.
Interesting. I'm wondering if Tyler has some kind of a superpower where he generates skin quickly or something.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty big. It looks like he has a cast on.
It really does.
I literally am looking over and I'm like, does he have some kind of a weird artsy cast on where it looks
Yeah.
like the foot?
Yeah.
By the way, TM with that for
Yeah,
that
trademark
idea.
that, dude.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
That is a nice one.
Sharks, it's a cast that looks like a foot.
Right. And does it have tattoo art on it?
You could. That's what I tell them. That's where the money's made is the
The
customization
variation-
element of it.
yeah. Like how in those shoes that you can put the jewels in.
Yeah, exactly.
What are those river shoes called?
Or vistaprint.com. You know,
Sure.
you go there, they go, hey.
How many business cards have you gotten through them?
Oh, so many. They go, the other day I had a business card from when I first started comedy. I mean, like, maybe not first, but a couple years deep. I was trying to do colleges. And I had a dream. I had a nightmare the other night that somebody found it and pinned it up on the wall. On the wall of the Comedy Store. It was an honest to God nightmare I had the other day.
I used to have a business card when I used to open for Preacher Lawson, and instead of my name, it said the guy you saw open for Preacher.
That's good
Oh,
enough.
that's cool.
It keeps you anonymous. I wouldn't say it's cool, but
It's actually just a good idea. If you had a business card, you should put the little scanner things, and it
Yeah, the
links to
QR
your.
code. That's what-
and
that's
it links
what
to your videos.
no, we're way beyond that.
Oh, that's
now.
already old
yeah,
idea?
I have like a card where you just tap somebody's phone and it opens everything up for you, dude.
Jesus.
It's definitely still kind of weird to do.
Yeah.
I don't really. I'm still uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
but-
You put the wrong link on the code.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Oh, yeah, it just goes to like milfhunter.com.
But anyways, our cast idea will work just like Vistaprint.com. You go to Vistaprint, they go, it's a 500 free business cards.
Yeah.
But then you get them, they're like, if you want to write something on them, it's going to be an extra $20.
You weren't hoping for gloss, were you?
Yeah.
'Cause if you want gloss, that's a $2,000 add-on.
Gloss!
By the way, we don't have Matt.
The number of times I've selected matte over gloss for pure financial.
Where it just looks like
reasons.
notebook paper. It's the
look like-
worst business card
You
ever.
look like you just printed
Yeah.
something out.
Did you hand cut these with one of those wooden boards with the saw on it?
My whole life, no one has ever trusted me to use one of those things.
That was my favorite thing when the teacher asked me to go cut paper.
My teacher would pick everybody but me. And I
Really?
think back then, even I was like, yeah, it's probably for the best. This ain't going to go well.
Oh man, I love that. What is that thing? It's just called a paper cutter,
It's a
right?
paper cutter.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that shit.
I got one at
Lining
work,
it up
dude.
on those fucking lines. Huh?
I got one at work. I use it.
Oh yeah.
very cool.
I'm glad I don't still use one.
Yeah. It's definitely not something you want.
It's still pretty cool, guys.
It was more of a fourth grade thing, but yeah.
There's not a whole lot of Fortune 500 CEOs who use
It was more like, you
paper
know,
cutters.
when you're not really allowed to touch blades.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but like usually you got to use scissors and it's
Yeah.
not straight.
No. We're sure. Listen, we're sure you're in charge of a lot of stuff over there, Tyler.
Now, as far as being in charge of maintenance, you often have to sharpen that blade and
Yeah.
tighten the screws
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Somebody doesn't pay for a movie ticket, put his hand in there.
Ooh.
Saudi Arabian
Ooh,
style.
yeah, dude.
Somebody gets caught movie hopping.
Right.
I would-
AMS, American Movie Sharia.
I wonder, because that is the law in Saudi Arabia. They cut your hand off. So I wonder if they catch you movie hopping, do they scoop your eyeballs out? What's the rules?
I don't know, but we did find out from an old episode that they will use anesthetics.
Anesthetics. Yeah, a local anesthetic.
Yeah.
We had to ban a really old Chinese guy from our theater because he's a movie hopper.
Mm-hmm.
And when he comes in and we'll know he's movie hopping, we'll go tell him, like, you can't do that. And he'll, like, spit in your face
He's right.
and yell in Chinese.
He's 100% right. You guys are wrong. Leave him alone. How
Hey,
old
I
is
don't
he?
do it.
How old
At a
is he?
certain age, just do what you got to do. As long as you're not shitting like yourself, you know.
How old is he? Estimate.
70s.
Yeah, you let him
He
go.
could be 120.
Yeah, well, once
Yeah, you don't know.
once you're getting a social security card or check, I mean, from whatever country. I have no idea if he's a legal citizen or not. But once whatever country considers you too old, come on, dude, just let him watch the
Spitting.
fucking movie.
Yeah, he spits in people's faces.
That I would.
He's right.
I would punch him in the fucking face as hard as I could. I don't care how old you are. If you spit in my face, I will punch you in the fucking face.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Dude,
It's not a tough thing. It's just that's the reaction.
He probably survived the Great Cultural Revolution.
Yeah, I won't be able to tell myself that in the 10 seconds after the spit is on my face.
Yeah.
Well, I would. I'd be able to understand it.
So we had some 20-year-olds come in and try to use fake tickets, and we told them no. And they started calling everyone, the F word, B word, all the words.
Yeah.
And then they came back.
Fucks.
Bitch?
Fucks
Did
and
you censor
bitches.
bitch?
I don't know. I
You
did
said the
censor
B
bitch.
word?
Well, no, I like that, Tyler.
Well, I'm still in work mode.
We
in
are
work
on
mode.
Peacock, so.
Yeah. I don't want you swearing on the podcast.
They came back and they started swinging on everyone that worked there because we wouldn't sell them tickets.
Oh.
And I was in another room. I didn't have a radio. I forgot to get a radio, and
Damn,
I was kind of just
Oh,
chilling.
they were dropping M-bombs, those kids, right?
Yeah, they were dropping N-bombs.
Yeah.
Not-
They kept calling my assistant bald N-bomb or bald F word. And my assistant told everyone that we're not allowed to swing back because you'll get fired.
Just to be clear.
Which is not true.
Just to be clear. They're calling them N-bombs because what race are they?
White.
Whoa.
I don't
I don't know if you know this. There's a type of Hispanic person that thinks they can use the N-word.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Were they white or are they Latino?
Yeah, now we're
From the pictures, Latino.
Latino.
Oh.
Well, then why did you say white?
Oh, one of them was white.
He was one using the N-bomb?
There was at least 3 of them.
That's a scary individual.
That's a scary dude, yeah.
2022? Are you kidding me?
He's going to be president.
Are you kidding me?
This guy's fearless.
Yeah.
I'll say this. That's a level of bravery that I just cannot fathom. I mean, not even like, yo, you're going to get your ass kicked, but just generally going like, how many different things are recording you in different angles? Do you need that there to exist?
Or like, how awful is your life that you haven't like learned that that's a bad thing? Like that's going to set you up for the rest of your life.
That's
You
the
know?
difference between you and I. Brian I'm going like, there's going to be cameras, dude. And Brian's going like, it's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, well, no, but like what environment is this guy raised in where like that's his go-to angry word?
See, I get that. I get that you can be raised in an environment that's like that and can create that. That makes total sense to me. The part where you're an adult who's in your 20s going like today going like, like whatever. Like you can't do anything anymore without eventually it being on TikTok and somebody commenting over it with a tiny microphone.
That's gaining out microphone.
200 million views and they're going like, look at this dumb idiot. Like, look at what he's wearing. Like, and then now we're getting doxxed. It's
You know what I just realized? I never put this together, but I was like too white as a kid to drop M-bombs. Like in the fact that like I've never really been into hip hop or like rap. Like I never in my life. So all the kids were saying it around me and I never, but it's not because I was like being socially conscious. It's just because I wasn't interested in that culture at all.
Yeah. It's a great
a young kid.
It's a good thing. I'm kind of thankful I'm really thankful for the fact that I wasn't into hip hop at all growing up, because there'd be a million MySpace posts where I'm quoting a lyric. You know what I mean? There could be a million things out there where I'm like, I don't need any.
I had Beastie Boys lyrics on my MySpace page.
Yeah. I'm sure.
That's a safe call though.
Yeah.
They always kept it clean.
It could have been very dangerous. Thank God. That and child porn. I'm glad I'm not into either of those two things.
Thank God.
It's a wild like that is a wild like fastball I dodged, because everybody was, I mean, there was a time like I would say about 3 years ago maybe 4 years ago where every rookie baseball player was having his Twitter combed through.
Oh yeah.
And when he was like 12 or 13 on Twitter, just
because they're like adults now.
But I would always get furious because it's like, he was 12. How could this be a scandal? I don't understand.
Yeah. But I actually kind of like seeing it as a public, to be honest with you, because I'm like, good. Get in line with the rest of us, you 22-year-old. Like, I don't want I'm fucking glad. I'm here for the flogging.
Right, yeah.
Shut up with your 6'5" ass.
I just remember as a kid, like the only rapper I ever like liked when I was a little kid was Coolio, because he wasn't really talking about like when I would listen to like NWA, I'd be like, this has nothing to do with me. Like
dude, I was so angry. I thought it had everything.
I was very angry, but I found metal and punk because they were talking about shit I understood. But I'm like, I don't know what Compton is.
Yeah, I fully agree. Fully agree with you. This is what got me into, I mean, this is why I'm a pop punk guy. Those are my problems.
Yeah.
All pop punk adjacent problems.
Mostly emotional turmoil.
Emotional turmoil, like chick doesn't like me. I also don't like me. It's a bit, you
hate work.
Yeah, hate work. Love smoking weed.
Yeah.
I mean, these are this is
you
my
don't like
realm.
being told what to do.
Yeah. Although I guess we're all saying these are all basically hip hop now too. But back in the day it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't even like. Who would you say is the most popular rapper right now that's not a legend? Like that's like young. Kendrick?
No. The young kids are all into like people with like face tattoos.
Yeah, white guys, right?
Rappers.
White guys?
A lot of white dudes.
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow or whatever his name.
Yeah, Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Jack Sparrow.
Like Jack Harlow's really famous, right?
Yeah, he's super famous.
Yeah, I don't even
Maybe
know what's
Drake.
going on.
I still think Drake is probably up there.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about this too is that like people call you an old guy when you're an old guy and you don't know things. But if you had asked 22-year-old me who's the most popular person at that moment, I at no point did I ever know.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that you old dudes, and I'm throwing myself in the category here hypothetically for the conversation.
Sure. To relate.
Old dudes like act like they were into the shit that was cool, and then but if they're honest with themselves, it's like back then they were nowhere near what was cool.
No point. I had no idea. I don't know if I've ever heard Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like besides like single ladies or whatever, but like you know what I mean. Like I never knew what was going on.
I feel
never
that way about like today. I feel that way about like Timothy Chalamet. Like I've never seen him. I mean I'm sure I've seen him, but I wouldn't know who he was.
Right. Yeah.
He's another guy where I'm like, listen, it just zoomed right by me.
Yeah. For us, it would be Adam Driver. I think Adam Driver was our Timothy Chalamet.
Back when you were, well, no, that's pretty recent.
Now he's like 40, isn't he?
Is that?
No, he's got to be like 34.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But he's like a skinny, black-haired, long-haired guy.
Yeah, but he's also like tall and kind of buff.
If Adam
he got buff though.
Yeah, he did get buff.
Yeah.
Well, he was a Marine.
Was he?
Yeah.
dude, I swear to God, if I get money, I'm doing a leg lengthening surgery. There's no question about it.
I would love that.
I'm doing a leg. That's my immediate thing.
Dude,
that I'm doing.
that YouTube channel you could do the process of the leg lengthening surgery.
I'm gonna tell them though specifically to not lengthen my arms. Okay, my arms exactly the same length because I want to look ridiculous.
Yeah, of course, because you want to be stunning,
like Inspector Gadget or something.
Right.
Where I say my knees are just really up high, but everything else is extremely small.
Shin or thighs?
Probably gonna do a longer.
If you want to look
shin.
ridiculous, you got to go thighs.
Thighs?
Who has long thighs?
Yeah, but a long shin could be funny too.
Sounds like you're just building a T-Rex.
Yeah.
Just really
You just get a
small.
fake ass, and then you just look like a T-Rex.
I look like
Giant fake ass.
I look like
arms.
the T-Rex from Toy Story when I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's always panicking.
Well, then I would go the full way. I'd become like a Hollywood
Boulevard freak.
Yeah.
Get a tail.
Dude, I saw a guy, it never is not amusing to see the guys who are not even cool. Like they're like, I saw a guy wearing like a Halloween store costume for Freddy Krueger the other day. Is it Freddy Krueger or Krueger?
Krueger.
That's kind of stupid. It's so close to Krueger and he's got claws.
Right.
Why not call him Freddy Krueger?
I think because it's a name. It's like a German name.
Yeah. But
You want the worst name.
Freddy Krueger.
That's scary. Ooh.
a cougar.
Ooh.
You know what? Back then, we didn't think cougars were hot chicks. Like cougars.
No, of
weren't-
course it would have been the animal, but it still would have sucked.
No,
It's not like people are picturing Monica from Friends. Oh no, Freddy Krueger's coming.
bro, I thought it was cougar the whole time because I was like, well, that obviously makes sense. A cougar would scratch you.
It's the worst name ever. What is he? I mean,
Well, listen, if you want, movies should start bringing me in so I could.
have you heard of John Mellencamp?
Yeah,
The singer. You know, he used to go by John Cougar when he first started.
But
C-O-U.
people thought it was scary.
Yeah, people like, yeah, he would come to you in your dreams singing. I was born in a small town. Ah! No, but then he went to John Cougar Mellencamp because he slowly distanced himself from Cougar because he knew it was awful. And then he transitioned to John Mellencamp, and that's how we all know him.
Yeah. I understand. Here's the
Cougar's
thing.
bad.
If John Cougar's thing was that he got up on stage and he dragged his prey up into a tree, I would say don't change your last name from Cougar. I would say leave it at Cougar because it's exactly like what a cougar does.
Right. Now, cougars are not known for killing you in your sleep from your dreams.
I'll concede that point.
I've never seen a cougar suck somebody into a bed and then a fountain of blood come out of the middle of the bed, which that scene scared the shit out of me.
Am I mistaking him? Does he not have claws?
Yeah, he has, but they're like
gloves.
They're gloves with not like almost like Wolverine.
See, I would have then.
Or no, they're on his fingers. They're on his fingers. They're on his fingers.
Put me in the movie, I would have been like, let's just take the gloves off. I mean, they're not doing anything.
I would have started with a fedora. Like, let's get the fedora off this guy.
He's got to have some sex appeal. Chicks are going to...
He's a burn victim.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of sex appeal. You got to know that he was hot before he was all fucked up.
That sweater was sick.
He used to be also, wasn't his thing also that he diddled the kids or something like that? Or
no,
that was like he was killed because they thought he was like when he was alive and not a monster. He was killed because they thought he was a pedophile.
Ooh, falsely accused. Due process. Message on due process and the dangers of not giving people due process. Mm-hmm. Ooh,
it's an allegory for the Constitution.
Libertarian horror movies. Yeah. Damn, dude, that's how you get me into horror movies. You gotta give me a libertarian bend on them.
It's like Saw, but he's only killing tax collectors.
Yeah, I love it. Or he's only collecting hardworking people and putting them in the room.
Right.
Because that's kind of what the IRS does to you. Is they put you in a fucking room and they go, solve a bunch of puzzles and just give us money.
I've been doing my own taxes confidently for 10 years thinking I've nailed it, but I'm sure that if I was making a significant amount of money, they'd be like, you've done a terrible job.
You simply don't have enough money for them to give. It's actually really sad and insulting where it's like, I could literally wipe my asshole with my tax return, send it to the IRS. They'd be like, looks good, stamp it, move it right the fuck out.
We don't give a shit about you.
There's an AI that stamps mine.
Yeah. We're busy auditing. Like, I don't know who.
It's not a big department. They don't have a lot of people. They, it's a relatively small operation and I think, focus all their energy on most of the guys who are making the money.
And I would imagine like lobbyists and stuff. I'm sure they're like stuck upon people like like I'm sure people are like, hey, here's a little bit of cash under the table to go audit this guy.
It's gotta happen.
Be some.
You gotta be able to squeeze a little bit. Like why would that be the only place on the planet where corruption is not possible?
Right. And if it's small and the pool of people that are getting audited are going to be small because the operation being so limited, I imagine it's just rife with corruption.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm actually, if this podcasting doesn't work out, I'm going to join the IRS.
The only honorable government institution is the post office.
You think so?
They're the most honorable institution.
I think I kind of agree with you. They're
they make
neutral.
Their own money.
They're neutral on all wars.
Zero tax money.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not. Like,
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Postmaster General, not a real general.
Yeah. No hate. Listen, no hate towards this teachers union or any of that stuff. You're all doing your own fucking thing. But the teachers union, at some point, if you're a teacher, you have to get kind of political because they start to, they're a very political organization.
The NEA, National Educators Association,
whatever it is,
they're one of the biggest donors to the Democrats.
If you're a teacher and you're at some level, some of your salary is going to left leaning political, and then there's the right wing version of that. Post office completely out of everybody's pocket. I think. I feel like they're they don't have any positions on anything.
They didn't use the anthrax scare to make mail harder to send.
Yeah.
They dealt with the anthrax scare and it's still, you just walk in and you throw shit in a box and it's, they're not fucking scanning your genitals
now,
like TSA.
I'm positive somebody's going to write in the comment of this clip. They're going to say something like, there was a child trafficking ring done by the post office. Like, I'm sure we don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they've done plenty of things.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. It just seems like they're neutral.
I don't know. I mean, I'm a child of the post office. I didn't see anything going on.
Well, your existence is a little suspicious to me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. There's a great picture of me holding the Bible as they swear my dad into his first postmaster job, and I got sick ass steps shaved into the side of my head.
Dude, what a beautiful moment.
I had like a Brian Bosworth haircut, like mullet with like steps.
What a beautiful moment that you had to ruin for him. I mean, he was getting sworn in and he had to look out and look at your dumb haircut.
Oh, dude, that barber was like a friend of the family.
Oh, okay.
The barber who did it, dude.
See, my dad would have never allowed me to get an interesting haircut when I was a kid.
Oh, I was in Maine, dude. Mullets. Everybody had mullets.
But
they still do. Oh yeah, the steps.
That's a little interesting. That's all I'll say.
I'm in a neon. I'm in like a sherbet colored orange button up shirt with a mullet. I look like Theo Vaughn, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably trying to recreate that look, which I'm sure everybody looked like at that time.
Yeah. It was, but mine was muy auténtico.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your father. I'm proud of
Bridgeton, Maine.
That post office, the Bridgeton, Maine post office. It's a
big gig, Bridgeton, Maine.
It's probably a not bad paying gig, right?
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
It's not bad.
You don't put the word master at the end of your name unless you're going to give it a couple of shekels.
Yeah. You would not be really that impressed.
Yeah. Well, listen. I have very, very low bar.
He got in though on the best health insurance and retirement plans. Like the government changed retirement plans for like federal employees like around 84, and he got in at like 83.
My dad, let me just to let you know where my bar is. My dad did not get health insurance until Medicare. Never. In his entire life, he never had health insurance. And then he just was like, his plan was like, I'm just going to hold off until legally they have to give it to me. Right.
And and also I imagine he held off on using it until he had to.
Oh yeah, he's still pretty anti. He's still, he's a really old dude, so he'll like get mail from them, and it'll, when you get the letter, I don't know why they send you this letter of like, here's what it should cost. Like it's like you paid $42,000, but your insurance covered all of it. You're fine. You know that.
Yeah.
My dad will get those, and he'll get pissed off at the prices.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll want to call my insurance company to tell them to not pay. He one time told me, he's like, dude, this is insane. These guys charged me like $1,200 for a toothbrush. I'm going to call the insurance and tell them there's no way they can pay this.
and in his mind,
yeah.
he gets somebody on the phone and he tells them that. And then they go, you know what?
They open up an investigation.
Oh, okay.
They figure out what kind of corruption is going down.
Right, and they figure it out. Things are changed.
Yeah,
toothbrushes are now $2.97 because of that phone call.
Yeah, he's a
that's a passionate fella.
He's a passionate dude.
Yeah.
If you met him, you'd understand why things will never work.
Right.
A bunch of those guys over there,
yeah.
On all sides.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna work.
Would you say he's like a real par for the course Palestinian?
Yeah,
like he's a good representation of the average man in
undoubtedly, of his generation. Certainly, yeah. He's like a liberal cuck of his generation,
right? This generation now, I'm sure they're all wearing like pre-faded ripped jeans and like DJs and shit.
Yeah, most of them have more followers on TikTok than both of us.
Yeah. They're doing like fucking raves on like biblical remains.
Yeah. It's still absolutely tragic, but all of them have cool haircuts.
Yeah.
Did you know about this palm? Do you know about this vegetable oil shortage worldwide, by the way?
Is this because of the invasion of Ukraine?
This has a direct correlation with the invasion of Ukraine. I kind of thought it was
wheat too, right?
It was interesting. Yeah, because you sort of see some of the big picture.
Well, one of the things they were saying, and we'll get into this, but one of the things they were saying about the wheat shortage is that Ukraine is the breadbasket of the world. And my first thought was, I don't think there should be a breadbasket of the world.
Well, now
there shouldn't be one spot.
Now you're leaning into the world of libertarianism, baby. Globalism is a scam, dude. This is what happens with globalism.
Right. I think I'm more arguing for agricultural diversity. I don't know if I'm necessarily arguing for the libertarian.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, you're a libertarian now. That's how people get libertarianism. The same way people get COVID.
Right. Yeah. So what's going on with the palm oil?
So there's a ban on exporting palm oil from
Russia?
No, from Indonesia. Now the thing about palm oil is it's in everything. I've been looking for shit. I've been reading labels. Mm-hmm. It's
anything chocolate, like coated?
Anything.
Yeah.
Cheetos, milk, Oreos. It's in everything. It's
alternative milks.
Alternative milks. It's just the cheapest kind of oil that you can use. And it's probably terrible for you.
Tyler says they can't get any oil for their popcorn at the theater.
Is that true?
Well, for the fryer, yeah.
Dude, a whole
Fryer
holy
oil,
crap.
we got a shortage.
I love when these global stories hit home.
Yeah. when we become a local news channel.
It's amazing. When you see kind of real life, it's like the world is going to hell. AMC is running out of oil for its popcorn. This is it, folks.
So what does Indonesia have to do with? I thought you said it had to do with Russia and Ukraine.
Well, hit play on this from our beautiful correspondent over there at Zion TV. And she'll explain. Wyon. Sorry, I apologize. Excuse me.
I bet she is not a Zionist.
No, absolutely not.
The next story is more grim. This one affects each one of you, all of us, whether you're watching us from Hong Kong, Hawaii.
I do like that she started that the story was grim, more grim.
Cooking oil crisis, one that will soon roast your kitchen. The world's biggest producer of palm oil has blocked exports. The world's biggest exporters of sunflower oil are at war. The producers of soybean oil are battling the climate crisis, and so are the producers of canola oil.
It's kind of interesting. Hit pause. It's the idea that the world will fuck itself into unfucking itself. It's kind of beautiful. Like none of us should be eating all this palm oil. So
Sure.
the idea that eventually we're going to get to a place where globalism broke down so much that people have to stop consuming horse shit all day long. It's kind of interesting. And same with climate change. It's like, hey, it got so hot that bad shit stopped growing.
Right, but it's not like they're going to be able to replace that with a healthier alternative. It's just we're all going to be paying $19 to be the same cows we've always been.
That can be true, but maybe they can find a healthier alternative. It's very possible.
I'm an avocado oil guy.
Avocado oil, you can't beat it, dude.
I use it all the time.
What kind of oil you putting your shit in, Tyler?
I heard olive oil was healthier, so I use that.
Olive oil is the shit.
I like avocado oil because it has a higher burn temperature.
Yeah. Same with ghee.
Yeah, olive oil burns. I use ghee.
Ghee's
These are
a
the
good
oils
one.
I use. But like, I mean, first of all, I want that woman. I just had a sexual fantasy of that woman being like, "Your penis is small.
I have a
And your
serious.
stamina is weak." Like just talking the way she did about me while I'm just beating off in a corner.
I'm putting this out there for any lady lucky enough to someday take me home. If I go to your house and I see like cooking oil and I see the wrong kind of cooking oil, it'll turn me off about you. Like it'll make me not like you as a person.
Right. If you see like
I see, like,
canola oil, corn
Canola oil or one of these like sprays, I'm like, dude.
Oh, I do use the avocado spray.
I'm gonna put that into the negative. That spray cannot be anything good for you. It's back to it's just a.
It helps me distribute an appropriate amount of oil.
Sure. I'm sure that will be worth the deep intestinal cancer that it causes. Not that I fucking care. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm hitting vapes. I started out the episode by hitting Tyler's vapes.
I know. I maybe want to hit that again, even though I hate it.
Yeah, let me hit that again.
Yeah, let me hit this again. Dude.
And then-
Let's hear more about this this three-pronged devastation. She's
Bryan and I are going to start watching videos so that we can vape on air.
yeah. Go ahead, play this one.
Bryan and I, yeah. Did you guys ever seen The Godfather? That's a 3-hour movie.
You will need oil for baking, for cookies, for pizza dough. You will need oil even for air frying, but oil supplies are running dry. Do countries have a plan B? Should you be stocking up? We'll answer these questions over the next few minutes. We'll start by looking at what's happening around the world. Ukraine is the world's
Okay, so here we
biggest
go. This is the
exporter of
explanation.
sunflower seed oil. It exports 5.4 million tons of edible oil every year, which is almost half of the world's sunflower oil. But Ukraine is at war, and supplies have been cut. Russia accounts for 25%
No blood for
of the
oil,
world's
dude.
sunflower oil.
I mean,
And
it's
Russia
interesting.
is the one waging this war. In other words, supplies have taken a hit there too.
Yeah, so all the oils,
Wherever there's oil, there's war. No matter what the oil is.
it's death for Canada. What do they do? Rapeseed oil? Oh, pit pause. Rapeseed oil, I'll tell you right now, Me Too movement, congratulations. Me Too movement, congratulations, because you've worked so well that I will look at a bottle of something sometimes, and if I see rapeseed oil, I go, I'm not interested. I don't know what this thing
That's
does.
the Me Too movement did that to you. Before that, I was drinking this shit.
I'll tell you what. Before that, I would see the word rapeseed and not think much of it.
I would assume that's probably rapeseed.
No. When you read that
Tyler
word,
had never heard of it. He thought I was being like a hack when we were talking about oil. I said, "What are you guys using now? Rapeseed oil?" And he goes, "Why are you saying that?" I said, "That's a real oil."
oh, that's the worst joke I've ever heard in my life. If it was meant to be.
Yeah,
Like he was saying that ethnic people rape a lot.
yeah. I don't know what the joke would have been. I don't know what he thinks of me.
He's a Maoist.
Yeah, he is a Maoist.
You know what's cool is he showed me the Wikipedia page for rapeseed oil, and on it says rapeseed oil, sometimes called rape.
Yeah, the seed in the oil is important.
I mean,
really.
Seed in there.
Yeah.
We stopped drinking Corona beer because of the coronavirus.
Right.
How you buying shit with rapeseed oil in it?
I fried this chicken in rape. I mean, that's a scary sentence.
The rapeseed oil guys need to be all in a circle, getting together and going. They need to have a big cartel sort of meeting where they all come across. Like, oh, listen, we don't usually meet with each other,
Rebranding.
but we all need to change this to something, perhaps consent seed oil.
Right,
It's
exactly.
an option. I'm not saying it's a little on the nose.
Sure.
But we can maybe. I like that they can't get away from sex.
I know, right?
They're like, what about cum seed oil? Is cum seed oil a possibility? Like, I don't think cum seed oil is going to work.
Fuck her in her ass oil. All right, guy, that's enough from you.
You've gone the wrong direction.
Fuck her right in the ass oil.
What about ejaculate seed oil? Is that a...
Yeah, why not just like unicorn oil or something?
Yeah.
Pony oil. Well, no, that sounds like you killed ponies and rendered them.
Honestly, pony oil though, I would be more comfortable with in my olive oil than rapeseed oil.
Pony oil that sounds great. That rolls right off the tongue.
Pony oil?
I
Yeah.
think we should call it pony
Pony oil sounds like a brand of like like what would you call that you spread on yourself to get you all buttery and oily if you're a stripper?
What do they put on? Like
like how to get them
lube?
all. It's like they put on like arm butter,
Baby-
and shit.
baby oil?
Baby oil. It's kind of like baby oil, but
Right.
I think it's weird to call it baby oil for adults. So call it pony oil.
Right. Yeah, pony oil. It also sounds like it would be like a greaser, like a hair product for a greaser, like Pony Boy from The Outsiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick though, this war in the Ukraine it's destroyed wheat, it's destroyed oil, and what else is it?
They're going through them. The rapeseed oil is down, and then most importantly, it's the palm oil.
But
as well.
I don't like this negative Nancy perspective because they're saying that because of extreme climate change, the rapeseed oil is not growing in Canada. But you know what? Also because of extreme weather change, olives now grow in the United States.
So
Like in Georgia and stuff. So we have olive oil now.
is that true? Now
Yeah,
olives are
Georgia
growing?
has is producing olive oil for the first time.
People are freaked out about climate change. I'm not freaked out about it. I'm telling you. We're going to be okay.
You know, where rapeseed goes away, olive oil. In fact, I would prefer to say olive oil.
Yeah.
I'm fine with rapeseed going away
I'm
and
glad.
olive oil.
Same with palm. When you look at palm oil, by the way, hit play on that video for just a second as they show you process it. It looks horrendous. Like the idea that I'm drinking that, and
Yeah.
here's the thing: it doesn't hit play. It doesn't go through a lot on its way to get to
These
America.
countries are battling severe drought. Malaysia, the world's second biggest exporter of palm oil, is facing labor shortage, so its oil exports are
Lazy
down. All in all,
people.
Yeah,
Their
lazy
PPP
Malaysians.
loans,
are
their
drying up,
fucking
and adding fuel to
COVID
this fire
checks.
is
Lazy Malaysian?
This country is the biggest
Malaysian?
exporter of
Yeah,
palm
for
oil.
real.
But as of today, the 28th of April 2022, Indonesia has banned palm oil exports.
Look how it looks. It looks kind of
Why?
gross the
Because
way
of
that
local
they.
shortage.
I mean, but the way they acquire it is like hilariously like you're like, oh, it's this. This is you picture in your head. There's a million machines processing it, but it's a guy just whacking it with a machete.
Wait, will you back it up? Did they ban exporting because of the oil crisis? They want to keep it all local?
They want to keep it all
Indonesia's
local.
biggest buyers are India and China.
I get that.
India
Yeah.
depends
No,
on
no.
Indonesia for nearly half
It's
of
it's-
its palm oil. India, in fact, is the world's largest
What's the point of
importer
that?
edible
Pouring it
oil.
into a spoon,
13
into a
Into
bowl?
a bowl. Maybe you're trying to do the
60%
spoon, but the bowl's there to catch it.
Maybe there's flies in it.
25%
Yeah.
is soybean oil. Sunflower oil accounts for 12% of India's edible oil imports. What explains this huge oil import? High consumption, that's one, and insufficient oilseed production.
All right, we
In
can just
India,
we
the
can just
per
end
capita
it.
oil
Now we're getting.
consumption is around
we're
So
getting-
this climate change thing is really happening, huh?
I'm not concerned about it. I'm really not. I just think it's going to be completely fine. We're going to figure out that, maybe we're going to take the flumes. Maybe some guy's going to figure out that, if you melt down the flumes, those little vapes that I was telling you about earlier, we can produce cooking oil out of it. Maybe there's like vape juice in there that we can cook with or something. Like, I just think that, I have faith.
So I'll be cooking with like mango ice as I'm like trying to make broccoli. It sounds horrendous.
You go, this is delicious. It's really mentholy.
Right. Did you see the weather in Austin? I posted it.
What's the weather in Austin?
It's going to be over 106 every single day.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm not that guy.
Now you're prepared for, by the way, so you're prepared for some of the, do we need to go over how I'm going to react if a cop pulls us over, or are you ready for it?
Oh my God.
I just want to make sure that you're prepared for it emotionally and spiritually, because it's going to happen.
When you pull a sovereign citizen?
Yeah. Tyler, pretend you're a cop and pull me and Bryan over. This is what it's going to feel like.
Ramsey's driving.
All right, here we go.
Woo, woo. All right. First of all, I'm going to keep going.
All right, go.
Ramsey, what are you doing? There's a cop trying to pull us over.
It's absolutely, I'm traveling. He has no right to pull me over. He has no jurisdiction to pull me over. So I'm going to keep driving.
This is going to become a getaway.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't even know if he's for sure pulling me over at this point.
They're putting the tire shredders out.
Reasonable doubt. Could be somebody else. All right. Pull over.
Tires are shredded.
Tires have been destroyed.
You can no longer move.
They're unloading a shotgun into the back of the car.
All right, Tyler, you can approach the window.
All right, so I have a shotgun pointed at your head.
Yeah.
License and registration, please.
Ramsey, just give him the license. Officer, I'm very sorry. He's a libertarian.
What reason do you have to ask? What reason do you have to ask for my license? Is what I would say. What reason do you have?
I'd be like, Robert, not now.
Robert. But he's gonna get my ID at some point.
Right. We'll cross with that bridge.
Okay.
When we get there.
Have I been accused of a crime, sir?
Sir, I caught you speeding about 20 miles over the limit.
Fuck. I have to give him my I have to give him my license now. I was suspected of a crime. It's over. Oh, fuck.
You think, first of all, though, tires are shredded, guns are drawn. You think if you ask a question, the cop's just going to answer the question?
Yeah. With a shotgun pointed at your head.
No.
All right.
If you do anything but license and registration, dude, there's going to be fucking curly hair all over my face.
You're right. I'm a little stressed now because I'm realizing I wasn't as prepared for this as I thought I was. I did something illegal, and now I got pulled over. You have to show, if you did something illegal and they suspect you of a crime, you have to show them your ID.
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't do anything, you don't have to show them their ID. So that's what I'm going to focus on.
Okay.
I'm going to focus on not doing stuff near cops.
God, I forgot about driving because like LA is such a free for all.
Yeah,
like I'm like, how the fuck do you get pulled over in LA? Like, I mean,
yeah,
you know?
I've never been pulled over in LA. Never. I mean, you know what? One time I did get pulled over. I did do some crazy shit, and I had a weed pen like in my in between my legs.
Yeah.
And that was the scariest, closest encounter I ever had with the cop. But he did, in the middle of pulling me over, go, I gotta go.
That happened to me one time. I got pulled over and he got like an emergency call.
Yeah.
And he just sped off and he was like, watch your speed. He ran to his car and sped off with his lights. It was the craziest thing.
I was over in Culver City, or Playa Vista. So my assumption is there was people, there were unhoused people in Venice stabbing children with with meth pens.
Yeah. With those rose glass stems that they smoke crack out of.
Yeah.
That's funny. I forgot about driving around the rest of the country because I mean I've basically been driving around in Greece.
Oh, yeah.
Since I moved here. I mean, there's just no rules here. It's just a complete free for all. I drive over medians. Nobody gives a shit at all. You get in a car accident, they don't show up.
No.
There's no.
I got a flat tire the other day on the side of the road, and I tried calling my, the guy, the roadside assistance company. Of course, I don't have AAA. I had to go for the generic version.
Right. It's AA.
No, I got some fucking warranty that came on my car that comes with its own thing.
Sure. One guy, he's in
it,
Bakersfield. He's 80 miles away.
20 minutes on hold, 30 minutes on hold. I'm on the side of the freeway. Cars
Yeah.
just flipping by me.
You don't have a spare?
I did have a spare, but part of me was like, I don't really trust. I don't feel like I know how to do this.
Right.
So the guy made me wait so long that I just YouTubed how to do it. But I mean, just again, cars were just zipping by me and nobody was there to help
No.
for so long.
Yeah, no. You got to make sure you loosen those bolts before you get it up on the jack.
Well, see, that's the mistake I ended up making. I looked ridiculous. I was like jumping on the, when you.
With it on the jack? It was already
No,
jacked?
it was not jacked up. I took it down.
Yeah, that's how you get fucking your feet destroyed.
No, I put it on and I felt like a super competent man.
Mm-hmm. I had to change a tire for a comic at Flappers one time. I had a circle of comedians around me going, wow.
Comedians are not stupid people. They're just incredibly lazy. It's like literally you YouTube it. It's that's what it is.
Oh yeah. There was like some job. What was it? We already talked about this on the spot. I think, but it was on the Patreon episode, but my friend got flown to Milwaukee to set up a sound system and a soundboard for a comedy club, and they're paying him like a hotel and all this stuff. And it's like, does anybody have YouTube? Like, I don't understand why you can do anything you want. I watched this camera, not that camera, but I have a camera there where the HDMI port's broken. I watched a YouTube video on how to replace the HDMI camera, the port, and it's just simple soldering. I'm like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah,
it's very easy.
Yeah, I have realized lately though that YouTube is, I mean, like I've also made a lot of horrible decisions based on a YouTube video, so I'm not sure whether it's weighing
Like
in.
what?
Well, I don't know if it's a horrible decision, but I realized that I'm a full keto diet, and I've never heard anything but YouTube videos about it. Like,
Sure.
I've never talked to a doctor. I've never done I've done research, but
Nutritionist is the next level of insurance.
yeah.
Like you've got to. I don't know if there's anybody under a millionaire who has a nutritionist.
Nah, that's not true. I think you can. I think you're coming at it from a lazy point of view. I think most
Man,
people,
a nutritionist, that's for a billionaire.
No, I think most people you can get a nutritionist if you just look for one. If
Tyler needs a nutritionist.
Yeah, I think you do, Tyler. Yeah, I do. Maybe you need to start eating meat.
That would make it way worse.
Yeah, no, meat is literally the worst thing you could do for gout.
Well, try it out. See what happens. Maybe
I know. I just both toes.
Yeah, shrimp would kill you. What are you reading?
So does it feel like you're? Does it feel like you're like? What kind of pain do you have from gout?
It just feels really swollen, and then the joint like throbs.
And like even wearing a sock hurts.
Yeah, I had to take my sock off. It took a little pressure off.
Do you ice it?
Yeah, I ice it, and I put this CBD cream all over it.
Hell yeah.
Does that work?
A little bit.
I'm sure next week we're going to find out there's a CBD cream shortage. I'm positive there can't be.
Yeah.
Actually, the weed industry, the thriving that they've done, I'm sure they've figured it all out.
All CBD is extracted in Siberia, and there's like a sanction on it.
Yeah.
It's made out of fucking saber-toothed tiger teeth.
It turns out, I understand it chills a lot of people out, but it's a very contentious item. People are killing each other for CBD oil.
Yeah. It's an entirely slave-based industry.
All right, wait. We have two. What about? Okay, we have two stories here. Pick one. We'll close the show out on this. There's the. Did you see this AI Plymouth? What is it? The Mayflower? Is that what it's called? Or Plymouth Rock? There's a boat.
Those are both things. Plymouth Rock is where the Mayflower landed.
There's an AI. There's a ship that is being completely driven and operated by AI that set out to do the exact same trip as Plymouth Rock.
The Nina, the Maria, and the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yeah.
Or is that the Mayflower? Mayflower went to Plymouth Rock. Yes, you're right.
It's doing the Mayflower trek. And apparently it didn't work. But hit play on the background of the video so we can kind of understand what the hell they're doing.
Man, Elon Musk scared me so bad about AI, and it's just not working.
It's not working. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been scared. It's not working.
Years since the Mayflower carried some of the first European settlers across the Atlantic Ocean.
Woo, woo. Shout out to my people.
To commemorate the anniversary, another vessel is recreating that voyage. But as Roxana Saberi reports, this journey will look and feel much different.
Why does it have to look like a drone?
Yeah. Among the yachts, because they're going to strike a couple of underground coral reefs on the way.
is warming up for a big journey.
There's just people following it.
Yeah.
Bunch of losers.
Across the Atlantic.
Following a robot.
It does have a successful first
Wow, look at that floating
Success is
robot.
uncertain because
Golly,
the vessel
all the way
will rely
from
on the
England.
latest navigation technology when it sets out to sea this spring.
We get all sorts of cameras. So here.
That guy sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about. at
Yeah.
all.
Well, now he sounds like he looks to me like a guy who knows a lot about putting cameras where they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Toilet cameras.
Intelligence designed by IBM will guide it.
So it looks at its own cameras like eyes. It looks at the
That looks like Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah, this is all
Hey, pause
just
really
rich
quickly.
fantasy shit.
I guess the only reason why I wanted to bring this up, by the way, because this is a new segment that we're going to do on the show. This story came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then now it's concluded and it failed. And there's something funny to me about the story.
Following up.
Watching the story from a year ago where it was this big exciting thing, and then a year later they're like, yeah, it didn't work.
Right, like the hitchhiking robot that got stomped out in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It ended up it ended up just shy of where it was actually, I think, a different country. I don't know exactly what country they were going to. I think they were doing reverse. Like they're going
to England from
England and
the Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, they ended up in like Portugal or something like that. So fuck you, AI.
You know, we used to go to Plymouth as a kid because New Hampshire doesn't have sales tax.
Oh,
So we would go shop at the Plymouth outlets
I love
to
that.
escape taxes.
I'm looking to start escaping taxes myself. That's again why
Although I
I'm
don't-
considering moving to New Hampshire.
You're gonna move to That's a libertarian stronghold.
I'll be one of the top comics of New Hampshire.
You sure would. Be you and like I can't name another one. Oh, Adam Sandler and Sarah Silverman.
Do they live there?
They're from there.
Oh, okay, but they don't live there.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
It's funny in this climate, in this culture, to recreate the Mayflower.
Yeah, it seems
That's
a bit
what I
weird.
was thinking. I'm
Seems like a wild move.
It would be hilarious. It would be so funny if when the drone landed wherever it landed, it just immediately robots
shooting.
came out and just started killing all of the indigenous.
colonized.
Just imagine like
They're like-
Terminator style automatic assault rifles.
That old white guy who was talking about the boat. He's like, yeah, if this one works, we're thinking about doing the Amistad.
Yeah. AI is nothing to fear to be scared of. I think well,
Except for the massive inconveniences it's going to put us through.
here's what I mean. Look, I'm not to say AI is not scary. It's like, there's facial recognition technology, but the other day I shaved a mustache and my iPhone had no clue who I was. So if I can beat Skynet with a fucking Groucho Marx mustache glasses kit, I'm not sure if it's really all that scary.
Right.
But there is the part where it's like, Facebook will serve up all of your people in one place. You know what I mean?
The scary stuff also is when it runs amok, when like a Tesla just goes loose, like fucking ISIS style, into a fucking Christmas parade.
I'm thinking about renting a Tesla this weekend to drive us to our Houston show. By the way, if you live in Houston and you're cool,
Did you get a Turo account?
I have multiple turns.
You have got to stop using the worst hour email for all this sketchy.
No. Dude, this is a boundary you destroyed a long time ago, my friend.
You're right, I did.
You destroyed it a long time ago.
You're right. I won't fight you on that.
What did you use the email for?
He's
everything.
I don't
A lot
know.
of stuff.
He signs up for whatever JJ Walker is pitching on Fox News. There's a ton of weird things that pop up in there that are like life insurance for $1 a day.
That's not me. You think
I don't know who Terry is, but it's not me.
Terry. I don't know who Terry is either, but Terry gets a ton of. You're right, life insurance stuff. That's not me, but like your Google Voice is attached to it or something. Like
first of all, you destroyed that boundary a long time ago.
I already said you were right.
Which was attached to it is the voice number that we use for our business line. Something I would call a relevant account.
Sure.
Now the business line has been down for a little while, and I use the number as a number to authenticate my account when I'm trying to take advantage of first time.
That's what I'm doing. Whenever I get like a free trial and I've used up all my other free trial emails, I'll throw worst hour in there.
Throw a worst hour. Create a Google Voice number. Right, here's what you do: create a Google Voice number. Sign up for a Lyft account on that Google Voice number. Then you get that account to use your referral link. Now both of you get an additional. Now you just made $30.
This has been Dirtbag Scams. That's an old segment we used to do.
Dude, that fly just landed perfectly between your eyes.
Oh, I had was it Mike Pence moment?
Yeah. It looked like you were about to be assassinated in the jungle somewhere.
Oh my God.
All right. Speaking of the jungle, it's getting swampy as fuck in here. Come see us in Austin this week if you're here. If you live in Houston on Sunday, you have a rare opportunity to see us. Not everybody's invited. It's a private gig, but if you're cool,
Are we doing a corporate?
it's a corporate. You're cool. If you're cool, you can come. I've been told if you're cool, you can come, and I'm an excellent gauge of character. So DM me and let me know, and I'll decide if you're cool.
Okay, let me just read the last 3 emails from Worst Hour, just real quick, just so people know what we're talking about. We got compare quotes. This is a life insurance thing. Then we got what is CCU? Academic programs designed by Christians for Christians.
You know that's not me.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's me?
Every few I
If you're doing Fox News stuff, that sounds like Fox
I'm
News.
not doing Fox News stuff. That was him that said that. You really think I'm watching Fox News and being like, ooh, I should invest in gold? That's not what I'm doing.
It feels like that's what's happening.
And then biblical studies degree? Dude, you are closer to Christianity than I am.
No, it's not true at all.
Yes,
That's
it is.
absolutely not true at all.
You're a practicing Muslim. I'm atheist.
Yeah, but Islam corrected Christianity.
But it's closer than atheism.
No, you're deep down inside you're Christian. I think you just, Brian, you're struggling with your own.
Don't
faith, and
witness me.
I'm not gonna.
Don't fucking witness me.
Brother, I'm not gonna let you.
You'll come to me when you're ready.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get out of here. Tyler, do you have anything to plug before we get out of here?
Me and a friend of the pod, Zach Stein, are starting a Twitch stream. We're gonna be posting clips on YouTube every week.
Oh,
So
what are you gonna be?
So on Twitch,
streaming?
we're gonna be streaming video games and then just a bunch of videos and bullshit that we want to watch.
you guys should kiss
on the pod?
on the stream.
Oh yeah.
People love that shit when guys kiss.
You should watch like porn.
Just porn.
Yeah, you should watch porn.
Twitch.
Break it down, John Madden style.
We get banned the first day.
There has to be like some kind of a free speech Twitch alternative.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Are you guys on Omegle as well?
No, we're not on Omegle. But if you want to follow us on Twitch, it'll be Tyler's Little Hands. And then on YouTube, it'll be the
Zach's big lips. Tyler's little hands and Zach's big lips.
Yeah, dude. It'll be Couch Potatoes TV.
Actually, big lip. It's all his bottom lip.
Yeah, it is all big bottom lip.
All right. Be sure to follow that. We'll put that in the show notes, ladies and gentlemen. And Brian, do you have anything to plug before we get out of here?
July 10th, Tempe Improv. If you're in Arizona, come to the Tempe Improv on July 10th. I have an Eventbrite up that I can put in the show notes, and there's free tickets. I'm comping this room to death. So if you want free tickets to see me and former guest of this show, Jackson Banks, at the Tempe Improv on Sunday, July 10th at 7 p.m., go to Eventbrite. It's the Making Mama Proud tour. Come see us. We want to pack this room out.
I'll be selling some of those tickets. So if you want to give your money to somebody because you think what Brian does is worth money, I'll be accepting money for those tickets. All right, let's get out of here. It's fucking hot as hell. On behalf of everybody at the Bryan and Ramsey show, do we still say peace be unto the prophet?
Of course.
Peace be unto the prophet, boners.
Yeah, long live Tyler's his giant gout fucking foot.